Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? Hey, Rain Slowly, how you doing, girl? Thanks for dropping down. Let me know if you can hear me, Rain Slowly, okay? Honey, happy day before Friday, okay? Happy day before Friday. Honey, it is a lot going on in the world as well as the sector, but it is a lot going on in the world, honey, and we're going to come on and talk about it. Just let me say that I really enjoyed our live from yesterday. Um, I think some people didn't appreciate what I. Thank you, Rain Slowly. I think some people, one person in particular, didn't appreciate what I had to say, honey. And it was a lot going on. I'm like, oh my goodness, did I upset somebody with my commentary? Like, what is really going on? Anyway, we got to talk about it. But like I said, I really enjoyed my live from yesterday. Hey, everybody in the clouds, please hit the like button if you don't mind and share the video if you care. I would really appreciate it, right? Hey, Almighty Isis girl, how you doing? How you doing, honey bun? And so, yeah, Isis girl, we got to talk about it. But honey, first, let me talk about Ness, child. Okay. So I went over there and I looked at the Ness-Cation Eve, right? So Ness and Talent was having dinner. I think that Ness looked really nice last night, right? It seemed like they had a good conversation. I liked her dress from what I could see of it. I liked her hair and makeup. She looked really nice. It seemed like her and Talent was having a really good time, right? And good conversation, good adult conversation. It was really nice, right? I enjoyed it, right? It was cute seeing them at the dinner together, right? And if there's any preview of the way Ness is going to be treating her guests, hey Miss LA, on this Ness-Cation, this time around, this second time around. Hey Miss Sandra, it's a good indicator, right? It seems like she's going to be um more what do you call it, more whatever the word, more interactive with her people. You know what I mean? Maybe she'll be a little calmer. Maybe she was a little nervous the first go round. Because that's a lot to deal with, you know, when you have an occasion and people are coming to see you and whatnot. But from what I saw last night, she was having a really good time. You know, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, she looked very pretty. Yes, she did. I liked her hair, her makeup, her outfit. Her dress was so pretty, you know. And so, yeah, honey, it takes a lot to eat on camera, okay? But she seemed calm. She seemed happy. You know, she was a good host, okay? Yeah, more polished. That's a good word for it. She seemed more polished, you know, more comfortable with herself, you know. And so, yeah, it seemed like she had a really good time. And so, like I said, if that's any indicator, you know, about, you know, how she was interacting with her guests last night, if that's an indicator of how she's gonna be with all her people, it seemed like it'll be a really good time, you know. And so I was like, okay, okay, go Ness, go Ness. But she looked really pretty, and I really want to say that she really did. She looked really nice. It was really conversation. You know, it seemed like she was really in her element. Yeah, more mature, right? More mature and looking nice. I liked that. I liked that whole look. You know, it was absolutely appropriate. They had good conversation, but you know, people got to be petty, right? So, honey, but it was good. It looked like a good time to me, right? It looked like a good, cute little date. That's what it looked like, right? And so, anyway, speaking of dates, child, speaking of dates, I know folks got to be messy. Now, I don't know what all happened on Lolo's panel, but I heard Reed a little bit over there talking about the conversation that was going on. And I really don't understand what was going on, but here's my thing, right? So do y'all remember that? Y'all, you know, I gotta be messy with it, right? So do y'all remember when Ness put out that picture of Sassy, right? She put out a picture of Sassy when Sassy was showing off her curly wig or something like that, right? Sassy looked really nice. You know, and you know, she looked really nice. You know, you didn't see the live. Yeah, you have to go check it out. That was at a steakhouse. Seemed like they had a really good dinner, really good conversation, really good environment. It looked like a really good time, you know. And so, hey, Grace Blood, how you doing? Will they be leaving the lives up for the sector to keep up? I hope so. This same thing that happened during the Vegas trip. No content. I mean, like I said, if this is a precursor, hey AK, how you doing, love? For as it pertains to how much fun they're gonna have. This time around, Ness seems more engaged, so hopefully we'll get some more content that we got last night. Because I enjoyed watching that clip from last night, the Ness-Cation E, right? So I'm listening to proof this morning. Oh, thank you for the super chat, baby. Shorty B says, "Hey, Miss Olivia, I agree. Ness did look nice. Yes, she did. I think everyone cleans up well. Reed still looks the same when she gets dressed. Child, we got to talk about Reed, child, 'cause she was upset with the oracle yesterday, right? Oh, and by the way, did y'all see that picture? Do y'all see that picture on my thumbnail? We're gonna talk about that, right? So anyway." And if you're familiar with the Matrix movies, like the first Matrix movie and a second Matrix movie, we're gonna talk about that, right? So anyway, uh, let me finish this first, okay? But thanks for bringing it up, and thanks for the super chat, love. I appreciate it. So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to next occasion. I'm looking. Hey, Cosmic girl, thank you, girl. Thank you for yesterday. I seen what you was writing in the chat over there. We're gonna talk about it, right? And so anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them have a really good time, right? And so I understand that they have a lot of things planned and all of this and all that whatnot, right? Well, honey, let me be petty for a minute, right? So like I was saying, y'all remember that picture Ness put up of Sassy, right? And so as I'm looking at the dinner last night, and we know that that allegedly Sassy and Talent, had a thing going on allegedly, at least for a short time or something, whatever, right? So I'm thinking, and we know that this is the second time actually that Ness has met Talent, right? Like in real life, right? And so I got to thinking, did Ness put up that picture of Sassy really like to compare herself to Sassy as it pertains to Talent, right? And so I heard what was I was listening? I was listening to something or somebody where they was they was implying that Sassy was she did look beautiful. Oh, thank you, Miss Sandra. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chat, child. Thank you, Miss Sandra. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank y'all. Oh my God, I got two super chats. I can't believe it. Thank y'all. Ness, in my opinion, was trying to give Sassy vibes, similar to when Sassy was at dinner with Sheppy. Oh wow, is that what you think, Trey Day? I just felt like they was having a really good time. A man with a woman, having a nice meal. Very adult conversation. It was cool to me. You know what I mean? And so anyway, I don't know if she was trying to give Sassy vibes or not, but I felt like she was more comfortable within herself. You know what I mean? And so, but I don't know. But anyway, like I said, on to being petty. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is the second time that Ness has met Talent. You know what I mean? And Ness swear up and down that she's part of the LGBTQ community and all of this and all of that, right? But honey, she was looking real cute, giving the eyes last night, laughing at the jokes, and you know how we do it. You know how us girls do it when we be on the date, right? Where she was with a classy person, not limited. Well, that's true too. Absolutely, yeah, 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 yeah. They had a good had a good combo, but I detected some shade to say. Well, yeah, I was detecting a little bit of that too. And this is why I'm doing my commentary. This is why I'm doing my commentary. Okay, y'all please hit the like button. Please, please share the video if you can. I appreciate y'all so much. Right. So anyway, being this is giving Sassy vibes, right? Helma Sassy was never on camera talking and showing herself. Oh, that's a good point too. That's a good point too. Absolutely. Yeah, she was showing Sassy how it's supposed to be done. Cosmic girl, Cosmic girl. Okay. I was like, honey. But anyway, people were implying I don't know what happened on Lolo's panel, like I said, right? But was it? I don't know what I heard. Y'all know I'll be scanning through these videos, right? And I'm not the. And some people were thinking that Sassy was in her feelings about talent and being on a, on a date or whatever with Ness last night, right? And how nice Ness looked in the conversation, and all of the meal, all of that, right? And so, uh, right, being child, we all being messy, right, slowly, right? But so there was people was trying to imply that Sassy was feeling away, and I also feel like I was listening to Reed, and Reed was talking about how Sassy pretty much really invited herself, and she was saying something about 7 stars. Like I said, I didn't see the video at all, any of it, right? But she was saying something about 7 stars. Moderator Sam I am going to the trip or wanting to go to the trip, and Sassy was like, "No new people. I don't know who they are." Or something. Hey, Jay Wilson. No, I didn't. Where is it at, Jay Wilson? No, I have never seen a picture of talent. I would love to though. Where is it? Where can I find it? Dre, they say yes, we being messy, child. And so, and so, I don't know what exactly, if anything, was said on Lori's. Maybe y'all can tell me on Lolo's, on Lolo's, on Lolo's commentary last night. If Sassy said anything about talent and this being on the, having dinner together, right? In Seattle, I don't know if she said anything or not. Y'all like let me know. But people is he is very light with a square jaw. Oh, okay, Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson, where you see the picture at? Pastor Good Live yesterday telling Stephen how to handle it. Oh, I saw a little bit of that. I saw it's on. Oh, okay, Rain slowly. Thank you. I Oh, okay. Thank you, Jay Wilson. I was listening to a little bit of Jay Wilson's live yesterday in the conversation that he was having, and I agree. I agree, Cosmic Girl. I agree with what Cosmic Girl said, Jay Wilson, because that was some very good advice. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you come into a sector, I was talking about it yesterday, you might need to do a little research, okay? Because sometimes people are not always as they seem, okay? Which is really going to bring me to my next subject, right? But I was listening to a little bit of that yesterday, Jay Wilson, and you was right about that. I agree. I absolutely agree with with what you were saying. And I said yesterday that you know, when I came into the sector, I did a little research before I even dropped a video, came out talking and being messy. One thing about me, I have, no matter what sector that I have been in over the years, not Vanilla Ice Uncle. You a mess, Jay Wilson. Ah! Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. That Whistler said he looked like Vanilla Ice Uncle, baby. That was a good one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh like that, but dang. Why we gotta go there? You went Jay Whistle went all the way there, okay? Hey Michelle's daughter, how you doing? Baby. Ice baby, it's so cold, so cold. Woo! Anyway, let me get myself together. Okay, hold on. Y'all know I just had I'm in the process of drinking my coffee, child. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so anyway, whoo, his face is chiseled and contoured. Okay, like yeah, I've never seen, I've never seen a picture of him. Oh Lord. Hold on, let me get myself together. Pastor, he looks like MV. Child. Y'all a mess this morning. Hey, I am not going there with y'all. Jay Wilson a mess. Trying to come in here and mess up my commentary. Okay, don't do that. Let's not do that. But anyway. True, he do favor Envy child. Let's make sure she angled that camera. Hold on. Towards talent. Make sure she angled that talent. But I didn't see I didn't see I saw the camera on her. Let's make sure she angled that camera towards talent. This yeah, did she show him? Because I only saw Ness on the camera. That's all I saw. Mm-hmm. I didn't see no hint of talent on her. Any messy cosmic girl. That made me chuckle. I was like, child, wait a minute. Hey, kind to me, how you doing? Hey, happy life. Better come here act like you got some sense, child. Hey, I think Janice or Pastor said he ain't ugly. Okay. She probably just snuck a picture of them. Like I said, I when I was looking at the video, I only saw the camera angled on her. She did pan. Well, I saw her pan towards the meat. She was getting some. They asked her. You know how they come around and the steakhouse and ask you if you want to cut a meat. She showed a cut of meat. She was yeah. That's all I saw. I just only saw her on camera. You know, Ness was showing her. He looked cute. Oh, I don't. He looked scary. So did that? I didn't see his face. Is his face on the video? I didn't see it. In my normal self now, Miss O, I would be okay. All right. Yeah, I just saw her on the camera, and like I said, she looked really pretty. In my opinion, talent showed himself a while ago. When he was showing his kitchen. Oh, okay, is that right? I've never seen him, Shell. I've never seen him. Mm-mm. The venue was giving red light special, so it was kind of hard to see. I mean, I thought it was Jay Wilson said he looks regular. Oh, okay, Jay Wilson. Uh, I thought it was a nice. It looked like a nice little restaurant to me. Like a nice setting, or you know. So yeah, they don't want to be on camera. That's why she hold on. That's why she only showed her. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, she only showed herself, right? Yes, looked like they was at a rave. It was later when they went to a club or something. Oh, did she show the club when they went to the club? I know that they were going somewhere else, but the only video that I saw was the one at the steakhouse. The phone fell several times at the restaurant. Oh, okay, the sophisticated lady. Yeah, but I only saw. I'm not gonna lie. I only saw her. Y'all know how I be red balling through and whatnot, but whatnot. But I only saw her, right? So anyway, y'all let me go on, okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all please hit the like button if you don't mind, if you're able to, and share the video if you care. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm talking about when they went to the pumpkin scene club. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I have to go back and try to look. But I only saw when they were at the restaurant. That's all I saw, Dre Day. That's all I saw. I didn't see. I didn't know if she went live or not. I know all I heard was that they were going to another spot, and so I didn't see another video. But I'm just talking about the video at the restaurant. That's all I saw. This is the best look I ever seen this. But yeah, she looked really nice. She looked really nice. She looked really age appropriate. She looked appropriate for the venue. Hey Keisha. And so yeah, she looked good. It was a nice place. I am not trying to cap her down. Yeah, me either. I thought they looked nice. I thought the restaurant looked nice and clean. I felt like it was nice ambiance. It was a restaurant that looked like somewhere I would eat. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Like so free, just click the button. Thank you. Ciao. But anyway, I didn't know that she went live at the club or whatever. I didn't see that part. I have to go back. Is the video still up? Ness is good at blending and making friends with the crowd. I would give her that. She fit in with the venue and the lingo. Oh, okay. Are you talking about at the restaurant or the club? Because like I said, I'm behind the eight ball when it comes to if she did a video or not at the club. I didn't see that. I really didn't. I have to go back and try to find it if it's still up. Talent should have stuck with Sassy. At least his picture wouldn't be wouldn't be of being there. Oh wow, I don't even know. I don't even know Shorty B. But anyway, y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video, okay? And so anyway, we gotta move it right along, move it right along. But as far as you talking about the club, yeah, I didn't see that, Dre Day. I didn't see it. I have to go back and try to look at it. Absolutely. hmm And so anyway, moving right along, uh look like, but as far as I'm concerned, Ness-Cation Eve, what I saw last night, if there's any indicator, she will be uh, more attentive of her, of the people that's gonna come, more interactive with the people that are coming to Ness-Cation, and that's a good thing because they're always a good that makes good content. Olivia, I am being messy. Do you think Brian? Jay Wilson. Now I was asking that question yesterday. Yes, it's a second video. Okay, Shouty Bees. I'll try to check it out when I get off. Okay. Jay Wilson, I was asking that question yesterday. I do not think that Brian is going to show up. I hope that I am going to be surprised and he does show up, but I don't think he is. And the reason why I wanted him to show up, at first I told him not to show up. I felt like he shouldn't show up, but because I didn't want him to get in any trouble or anything. And then I got to thinking, hey, he's never really actually met Honest Rowe in person, and they have had quite a thing going on these YouTube streets. And I thought that might be a good interaction. That might be some good tea. So I was really hoping that he was going to show up, but I don't think that he is. I hope that I am wrong, and I hope that he will show up. I am not psychic. Some people don't understand why I call myself an oracle, but I do not have a crystal ball. Okay. But I hope I am wrong. But no, I don't think he's going. But I wish he would. It would be. I think that would be some good content of him finally meeting Honest Rowe, in person, right? So I thought that would be some, a good piece of content for the sector. Lord, I hope he don't do nothing crazy to Little Roll. I don't even think he going, Grace. You know, Rain Slowly said, no, he's not coming. I don't think so either, Rain Slowly. I really don't. I will, in retrospect, like I said, at first I was saying he shouldn't go. But then I got to thinking, hey, that could be some good content if he meet Roe or whatever. So yeah, I was wanting him to go, but I don't think he is. Brian better show up. All the press he been given. Well, they giving Roe looks like a vibe. He does, doesn't he? I will have fun with him. He does look like he a whole vibe. Absolutely. I like fun people. You know what I mean? It will be positive for him too. It looked like Rose. It seemed like he a nice guy, Jay Wilson. I know you met him on your when you were at your uh I don't want to call it vacation, but when you was at your cation, when you was at your home, your homecoming, your college homecoming. It seemed like he was a really good guy. He did take a lot of money. He did as it pertains to that trip. He did. That's the truth. He could meet new people and make genuine friends. Chocolate Bay. Oh, I forgot about Chocolate Bay. Chocolate Bay is on the way. Well, I know some more people are supposed to be coming in today, right? Brian got them folks money and ran, child, and ran. Child. But do y'all think that he really at one point in time he intended on going, he really wanted to go? You know what I mean? Maybe he started feeling uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know. We really don't know. But I think at one point in time he really did intend on going, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But now I don't think so. Maybe he sometimes you can overthink things and maybe maybe he psyched himself out about it. I don't know. Ro will be okay. Say what you want about him. Ro is self sufficient, right, and travels on his own dime. Yes, he does. He does. He seems like a sweetheart. Ro is on his way. Cool, cool, cool. Jay Wilson said, "Law, honey, mm-mm, mm-mm." Oh, is Stefan coming? I thought he wasn't coming. No, then he said he was gonna go because he paid for the trip, right? He said he was going anyway. I hope he don't be trolling them people. So it was only Ness and Talent from her videos. I don't know where. I don't think they've gotten in yet. I think that's why she called it the Ness-Cation Eve. You know, people have different flight times and plans and things of that nature. So I don't think that I think that people are probably on their way. They're just not there yet. But Talent, he came on in. He was there. You know, but he lied and said he was out. Child, I know, but I didn't. Now when he was lying and saying he was in Seattle, I absolutely did not believe that. Okay, I didn't. Yes, he seems nice. Brian getting money. Now y'all know Cosmic Girl, you know good well Brian ain't giving no money back. He was over there begging the other day talking about some medical expenses or something. He need toilet paper. Child. Stephen gonna be with his friends. He say, "Oh, okay, okay." But he, in my opinion, he is going to. You think he gonna be in Seattle, Jay Wilson? We'll see. I hope you're right. Like I really do. Stephen got a bounty on his head. Oh Lord, Cosmic. I don't think he'll get. He absolutely won't get the money back. Hey, me, child. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But anyway, we're gonna have to see if we get some more good footage. I'm sure some more people will be coming in today. Cause is it today? Brian, I always run down the toilet paper. My pocketbook is closed to fundraising and pay. I know that's right, Miss LA. People, child, with the state of the world, the state of the country right now, people really need to be more frugal, in my opinion. Like you really have to pay attention to your pocketbook. Cause child, oh Lord, this economy is horrible, right? Then supporters shouldn't trust him no more. Child. Maybe he had the right intentions at first. You know what I mean? Rain Slowly said mine too. I know that's right, Rain Slowly. Mm-hmm. For sure. Especially the scammers and hustlers. Child, ain't nobody got time for that. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Wine zines or whoever said Dr. Passer got people begging for breakfast after they did it. Who got people begging for breakfast? begging begging for breakfast after they took 250. I don't even know what that. Are you talking about Brian? Who you talking about, Win? But anyway, y'all please hit the like button if you don't mind. So anyway, let's move it right along, right? So I can't wait to see some more footage. I want to see St. James. He's supposed to be coming, right? I want to see him. Uh, of course, Roe. I wish Brian would show up. You know what I mean? And so I really do. I really do. Some people think that it's Trump's fault that the government shutdown happened, and the other people are saying it was the Democrat that promoted the shutdown. You mean prompted the shutdown? Well, no, it's actually Trump's fault. As far as that the government is shut down because he wanted the Democrats to give him what he wants, and since the Democrats don't want him to take millions of people off of Medicare and Medicaid, right? He has shut the government down. He's playing a game of chicken with the country, and he don't care because the Republicans are up there making fun of people going hungry, starving because of food insecurity, because they're taking away food stamps. They're like holding the his own base, right? Do you guys realize how much? Hey, I'm not even gonna get into this right now. I got to do the rest of my commentary. But do you guys realize how many of his own people are starving? And he's telling his own people that it's the Democrats' fault, right? But it's actually his fault. Tracy Passer mentioned it this morning. Miss, I don't even know what y'all talking about. I'm helping in my community this weekend. We're collecting food and clothing. I'm making bag lunches. Also, it starts at home. That's right, Miss Ellie. I'm glad you said that. I want to talk about that a little later. I really did, but I hope if anybody out there is listening and you're dealing with food insecurity because your EBT is not coming this month. There are several food banks. One of the nation's biggest food banks, the Second Harvest Food Bank, which is national. They have implemented their emergency plan, which means that if you can if there's a second harvest in your area in your community, you will absolutely be able to go there, and get you some food for yourself and your family. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, like I said, the Second Harvest Food Bank is one of the nation's biggest food banks, like they're national, right? And so and they've implemented their emergency plan. And they said that I heard them on the news this morning saying that they, will be giving extra provisions to people. So they want, and it's not only Second Harvest. There's like a host of churches and other 501c3s, and just communities, trying to reach out and help one another. The food banks will be overtaxed, so I don't think they can handle. Well, they're going to try. They're going to do what they can, right? They're going to do what they can. People are really trying to help. And I think that is a wonderful thing. I love to, you guys know, one of the things that I love to do is volunteer, right? So there are, now just check in the state of Tennessee, right? The state of Tennessee, this how you know Trump is shady as hell, right? As it pertains to the state of Tennessee, where I live, there are an estimated 690,000 people. 690,000 people that are going to suffer from food insecurity simply because they won't be getting their EBT. They won't be getting their food stamps, their SNAP benefits this month, right? 600 and out of 690,000 people. See, they want to make black people the poster child for food insecurity as it comes to food stamps, right? But per capita in the state of Tennessee, out of that 690,000 people, more of those people are non-melanated people in the state of Tennessee. Because there are more non-melanated people in the state of Tennessee than there are melanated people in the state of Tennessee. And this is a Trump state. So that means a lot of these people that are going to be going hungry and have to find food banks and things of that nature are people in his own party, right? But to make them feel better, he want to blame it on the Democrats. But when it comes to, holding, food stamps hostage and things of that nature, it's your fault because you're the president. It don't matter how you try to place blame on somebody else. If you are the leader of this country, that falls at your feet. That falls at your feet. Okay? And you also got to realize that when you they're not say they absolutely are not giving out EBT this month, that affects grocery stores, right? Because when it comes to grocery stores and them accepting EBT, they get paid by who? When you spend $100 on grocery, when you spend 100, 100 SNAP benefits, 100 food stamps, I guess, on grocery, they get those monies back from the government, right? Hey, Burr. They get that money back from the government, right? So it's affecting your grocery stores as well, which means that the food prices are going to go up even higher than they are now, because the grocery stores are now going to have to meet their bottom line in a different way because they're not getting federal funds from the government for the SNAP benefits. They're not being reimbursed. They can't be reimbursed if there are no benefits, right? So now the grocery store owners, these big food chains and stuff, are probably going to start having the closed stores down, which means a lot of communities, will turn into food deserts. And a food desert means that you don't have a grocery store or a supermarket, in your area, so you have to travel out farther, to even go to the grocery store. Now, if you are an older person or a person without a vehicle or something like that, that could be really hard for you to get, go like across town to a grocery store because you don't have a local grocery store, in your area. That means you are now living in a food desert. Not only do you not have food stamps anymore, you no longer have even a store in your area that you can access. See, it's kind of like a trickle down effect. So it's not just affecting people, it's affecting businesses as well. It's affecting people that's not on that don't get food stamps. Those of us that have to pay money, dollar for our groceries. It's affecting us. It's making those grocery prices be even higher because these grocery stores are having to meet their bottom line. So, like I said, it's a trickle down effect. And that don't make no sense. It don't even have, and it falls at Trump's feet. I don't care who he got to blame. He is the president. He is the commander in chief. It falls at his feet at the end of the day. And if his people, if his base can't understand that, then I don't know whatever else to say. He's already affecting the farmers, you know. It's all trickle down. It all affects. You do one thing, you topple over one thing. It's like when you play Jenga, right? Have you guys ever played Jenga? You know, Jenga, you build the blocks up and stuff, right? And as soon as somebody messes up, pulls out the wrong block, the whole Jenga tower falls down, right? So when he pulling out the wrong block, several towers are falling down. That's what's going on in this country. Now I realize that some people say I don't know what I'm talking about, and I get my hey doc, oh Dr. Sophie, please stay for a minute if you can. Let me change the subject. But I heard yesterday that I'm a smart dummy and I don't will know what I'm talking about. Look, if you don't believe me, just go do your own research. Whatever I say on here as it pertains to government, the Bible, people in general, go do your own research. Don't believe me. Look at it for yourself. You got internet just like I do. You got a television just like I do. Go do your own research. You drying off Dr. Sophie. I heard that. Okay. Hey, Miss O, I can't believe he's doing this right before the holiday season. Right. Because in November, it's what, Thanksgiving, right? For the holiday season, this country is going to go crazy. It's really sad. Do you guys realize we're trying to start the Hunger Games, right? I know that's right. So yesterday I was glad. Y'all please hit the like button. I was, like I said, I was happy about that video that we did yesterday. Because we were speaking about how melanated people know how to make it, right? We know how to make provisions and feed our children, right? Even if you think you don't know, yes, you do. You know how to make it. And you don't have to commit a crime to feed your family. You just have to budget differently, right? You just have to, especially if you got more than one child, even one child, you have to buy those things that are going to last, that are going to go further. That is how Black people have always made it. We have always made a way, even in slavery. We made a way. They want to starve out the slaves. What did the slaves start doing? Those guts and stuff that they were that the slave masters and their family didn't want to eat after they cleaned out the pig, after they cleaned out the cow, those leftovers, they turned them into food. Okay? That's where chitlins come from. People liking chitlins. It's a delicacy in some high-end restaurants. Chitlins are what they call them, chitterlings. Okay? That came from slaves learning how to survive, right? That stuff that they love to put in these smoothies, their kale and collard greens and stuff like that. They didn't know anything about those kind of things. What did the slave do? They learned those greens, the greens that could be edible, and they turned them into food. See, that's you doing what you gotta do to survive. Okay, and like I said, you ain't gotta believe me. Do your own research. Okay, think about some of the things that you ate as a child that your family prepared for you, because we were not all born with a silver spoon in our mouth. I know I wasn't. Okay. Miss O, these people are concerned about mess online when real life is happening. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Ghetto. So that's what I was talking about yesterday. We know how to survive. It's in our DNA. One of the things that a lot of immigrants have that we have lost is unity and loyalty to. Well, that's true. But see, that's systematic. And I'm glad you said that. We are resilient people. If we were not, I agree with that, Shorty. Thanks for saying that. I'm down with you. Oh, thank you, Keisha. If we weren't resilient people, Shorty, and thank you for saying that, we would not be here. Okay? But because those of us that descended from slaves, our people, and I'm talking about our bloodlines, if they were not strong, we would not be here on this internet having this conversation right now. So yes, we are very resilient people because of them slaves. They got off that boat, and my family, because they were so strong, I'm here today. Because if they were not strong, I would not be here. So you're absolutely right. We are absolutely a resilient people. I agree. Y'all done got me talking some real ish. I ain't even got to the other tea yet. You know. And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is look in the mirror at yourself. If you are a descendant from slavery, because you hear it right now. Because that DNA was so strong that it survived chattel slavery. Trauma and all. Ain't that something? Look at God. I'm trying to get my son and his wife to move on, to move in with you, and his father to save up to buy a home. They're paying rent and we paying mortgage. We have got to stick. There are a lot of cultures that live in multi-generational households. I wish that my nieces and nephews and myself and my husband that I ain't supposed to have, I wish we could build on to this home that we got, that my grandmama and granddaddy created, and we could all live together. I would love to live in a multi generational household. I would love that. I would love it. I sure would. The ones who made the journey were strong because the conditions here were terrible love. You're absolutely right. And they even survived the journey. That's right. They survived in the bottom of boats. You know what I mean? In inhumane conditions. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then survived hundreds of years of slavery. Oh my God. And then you got people hating themselves. Do you know how strong you got to be? Come on now. I can't imagine. Can anybody even imagine? Like, I can't fathom that type of trauma. I literally cannot. Y'all please hit the like button. That's the goal. I'm tired. So that eliminates childcare bills for them too. That's the goal. I feel you, ghetto. Yeah, absolutely. I am for a multi generational household. I am here for it, honey. Okay. I got 46 likes. Hey, we on the road to 100 likes, y'all. But anyway, yeah, I literally, I can't imagine. I cannot. I cannot. But like I said, I'm glad Dr. Soapy here, because what did I want to say? Because I know Dr. Soapy be busy. It was something that this way I'd say, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the other part of the title. So the other part of the title is uh no old spoiled wine in new wine skins, right? Let me tell y'all why I put that part of the title. I had that second part of the title, right? So yesterday I did commentary about a video that Pizarro did and commentary that Reed did about the commentary that Pizarro did, right? Thank you, Dr. Soapy, right? And so because of that commentary, um I heard what is her name? I heard Pizarro, she mentioned it briefly, and then she went on. It wasn't no big deal, right? But evidently, Reed got offended, right? So she got offended, and she came out here hollering and screaming yesterday, trying to attack my integrity with a bunch of old spoiled wine, a bunch of old lies, and a bunch of very derogatory things, trying to tear down my integrity. Now, see, this is how you know when you own to something. You know that you own to something when they start attacking your integrity. Okay? Let me read this. Miss O, you give out so much knowledge for free. I will be watching to see if the CCs who beg so much will be giving back to their supporters. I heard that Five Babe was doing a drive. She was going to support five families or something like that. I think that's wonderful. That is awesome. Not saying that she a beggar or not. She was just doing it in general. She didn't have to do that, but she is. You know. That's right, Dr. Sophie. Thank y'all for support. Y'all please hit the like do it. So anyway, she didn't like what I had to say about her. Okay. uh it wasn't even nothing that deep to me, but the same thing that I've been doing since I've been online is the same thing I did yesterday, which is my commentary, which is my opinion. Okay, now my opinion is not gospel. It's not wrote down in a prayer book anywhere, and it ain't the Bible. Okay, it is just simply my opinion. All right, everybody. Oh, she has rate. Oh, good, that's a blessing. Go Fire, go. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is wonderful. Yeah, like I said, my opinions are simply my opinions. Agree, don't agree, that's fine. But you know that you own to something when people try to attack your integrity, right? Now, the reason why I said I'm glad Dr. Soapy is in here real quick is because she was talking about, some things that was going on, some old spoiled wine that went on in the past with YouTube. Like I said yesterday, now it's 810. Go Five. They simply now I don't know what she thought I was gonna do, but let me tell y'all this real quick. I am not coming out here swinging on no bitch about some old bullshit, especially about some old lies, right? When you know you lying, okay? When you got your chat lying with you. Because number one, everybody know that when it comes to me, see, this is why they don't like the Oracle, right? I don't care what you say about me. When I tell you a little bit, about my life, which is very general, I don't go into details or nothing. Believe it, don't believe it, it ain't changing my life in no kind of way. So one of the things that she was saying was, I was doctored and it was proved that I didn't have a husband. I was like, well, okay, if that's what y'all want to believe, but that ain't what I heard. Don't have to prove nothing. Believe it, that you will never see my husband online. You know why? Because I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Believe it, don't believe it. But you best believe that if I didn't have somebody taking care of me, my ass would be at work. Because who else is going to take care of me if I don't take care of myself? Okay? You best believe that. That's how I can be online early in the morning. Okay? That's how I can be here taking care of my home, doing what I'm supposed to do. She called me a pick me. I'll be a pick me. I'll be a babysitter. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Because I'm taking care of my family. Because we a tribe around here. We a village. Okay? So you're going to have to do a little bit better when you try to attack my integrity based on my family. Now, what I don't do is talk about her family members. Okay? But she always want to be a victim, and she lose her mind when somebody say something about herself, they comment on her, whatever, or they talk about, her family members, her children, or whatever. Girl, I'm not gonna do that to you. Did you think I was gonna stoop to your level about some old bull crap that supposed to happen that been said years ago? No, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then for what? Do you think I'm gonna get mad and try to defend myself about anything that you think about me? Or anything that anybody else think about me as it pertains to my real life? No, we don't have nothing to argue about. And number two, I'm not gonna argue about no old spilled, spoiled ass lies from years ago. I mean, the girl was so into it yesterday. I don't even, what did I say? The only really thing I said about her was, I feel like Reed feels that she's unappreciated or whatever, right? Didn't call her no names, didn't talk about her kids, didn't talk about her living situation, didn't talk about her person, any of that, right? But she decided she want to try to go low. She even started reading stuff from what is that? What is that spot? Reading stuff from then threw everybody in the bath water, including the baby. Okay, I was like, wow, she's really upset. That's how you know when somebody is telling the truth about you. Okay, that is my opinion. And my opinion is what it is, and I'm not changing it. But what I'm not going to do is try to prove nothing to anybody on the internet because I don't know none of y'all. Believe it, don't believe it. I said it, I meant it. It is what it is. Okay, that's what I'm not going to do. Especially about no old bullshit from years ago. I guess I was supposed to get upset. I guess. I don't know what the reaction was supposed to be. Okay? And another thing, I have never asked anybody to call me Miss anything. You know the first person that called me Miss Libby? The first person that called me Miss Libby was my mama when I was a little girl. Okay? Because I used to get in trouble all the time. I told y'all about that yesterday. Bring your butt over here, Miss Libby. Okay? What are you doing, Miss Libby? Okay? Hey, Lee Brenu. That's the first person that called me Miss, and I was about 7 to 8 years old. Because I always used to get in trouble, and I always had something to say. Okay? So I found it very interesting. But I have never asked anybody to come on here to respect me or anything that I have to say. Thank you guys for listening. Some people agree, some people don't agree. Thank you for listening. Okay? I don't know anybody personally on here. Okay? It is just simply my opinion. My then she even want to attack my commentary. Okay? She said I was a smart, dumb person. Well, thank you, girl. Thank you. Well, she get a little bit of this, and I don't do nothing else that nobody don't do on YouTube, okay? We all do the same thing. We basically review videos of people and do commentary on it. That's what we do. The only thing about me is I'm not doxing you. I don't care what you do in your real life, okay? Because I got too much stuff going on in my own life. I do commentary on about what I see on YouTube, okay? That's as far as it go for me. Because I don't care about your personal life. Okay? That is none of my business. Right? So anyway, it really, if you really listen to that video, it really will tell you everything you need to know about that person. I guess, like I said, I'm supposed to come out here and trip. I came out here and cussed you out last week, and that's all you get from me. What did you think? Honey, I done grown. I don't beef no more. I'm too old for that shit. I done grew past that. Like a lot of the OGs, I'm not an OG. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that. But I do my commentary. I don't beef no more. And if you're still in that frame of mind after all these years, okay. But as far as me and mine, and what I got going on in my real life, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Believe my life, don't believe my life, I really don't give a damn. And y'all know I don't, okay? But people will try to attack your integrity when they know that you own to something. All right? So hooping and hollering about old shit. Then you couldn't even get the old shit right. You was lying about the old shit. So as Reed forgot the horrible things she's done. I guess that's why she got upset yesterday, because I mentioned that. Okay? Always behind the scene doxing somebody, doing this, that, and the other. Trying to slink up under somebody so you can do your nonsense. Ain't nobody got time for that. Everybody know I don't move like that. So anyway, she said that. But reason why, what I want to look, now here's the thing that got me, right? So when I first came on YouTube, right, I used the term flying monkey when it came to Sean Bradley and Club Chat. I said that Club Chat was just flying monkeys. Now, Dr. Soap, do you or do you not know for a fact that the term flying monkey is a psych term as it pertains to people doing the bidding of the narcissist, right? So the reason why I call Club Chat and Sean Bradley's people flying monkeys is because they would go out and do Sean Bradley's bidding. That's why I call them flying monkeys. I talked about this years ago, right? And they want to, oh, she called me a monkey. No, honey, that was a psych term. Thank you, Dr. Sophie. That is a psych term for people that go out and do the bidding of a narcissist, right? I explained this years ago. Google it for yourself. Okay, don't take my word for it. Go Google it. Go read about it. Do some research. See, that's how you know people are, really touching their spirit. That's how you know you touching on something. Okay? When you bring up nonsense from the past like that, do you think I'm gonna argue with you about that? A freaking sight turn? Are you okay? Child. Ree wants to be considered an OG something, but she has thrown rocks in her hands. Child, these people crazy. Mm-mm. That's why it was used in the Wiz. Exactly, Dr. Soapy. Flying monkeys in the Wiz, right? And in like in the Wizard of Oz, an original movie, had the little flying monkeys will go out and do they serve do the bidding of the witch, the witch with the green face in the Wizard of Oz. The flying monkeys would go out and do the mean stuff for the witch, and all of this and all of that. Like I said, it's a sight term that refers to people doing the bidding of the narcissist. That is what that's about. I was like, oh wow, but thanks for mentioning that. It's just so much stuff, you know what I mean, from the past, right? So we discussed that years ago. I'm thinking, girl, but thanks for the memories. She told several lies, and then the people in her chat was egging her on, were telling more lies. Okay, I was like, okay. Like I said, I'll be anything they want me to be, but girl, some stuff is just ridiculous. Like I feel sorry for you, right at this point, right? So let me show y'all this. So I was in and out of that live because I wasn't finna listen to all that bull crap. I had dropped down one time. She was like, y'all keep me honest. Y'all keep me honest. Y'all tell me if I'm saying telling a lie. Of course, they're like, no, you ain't lying. You ain't that. They was lying too, and nothing but a bunch of haters, okay? Nothing but a fan, nothing but a bunch of super fans, okay? That don't like the Oracle. The Oracle don't give a damn. I'm not here to be liked. But one thing that got me was this person that said, and then was trying to throw everybody in it, but this person right here, this tea latte, they said, remember when Olivia said that she had a law degree? Y'all, this person will drop down in the chat and say, remember when Olivia said she had a law degree? I was like, what? Are they thinking about Dory? Are they confused? Because Olivia ain't even never hinted that she was interested in being a lawyer or having a law degree or anything. I'm like, wow, this what we doing? I was like, wow, okay. Okay. That was very interesting. Yeah, please hit the like button. We on the road to 100. I was like, wow. And then you got Beans and Cornbread. She was all over the line because she don't like me, because I called her out about how stupid she was acting at her big age when it comes to. I never said that. I'm thinking, are they thinking about Dory? Are they getting me mixed up with Dory? Child, I'm a lot degree. Never have I ever. I'm like, what? But okay. They're thinking about Dory now. Child. Then somebody said Olivia and Pastor making coins off others' backs since Gina was here. I'm thinking, I get an AdSense check, okay? And every once in a while I get a donation. I got 2 super chats today, which is rare for me. Okay, every once in a while, they got me mixed up, and every once in a while I get a super chat. But I'm not a beggar or a scammer or anything else. All right. And I don't get my money off of nobody's back except for Google, YouTube. Okay. It's called an AdSense check. Okay. So I'm like, okay. 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 Olivia lies so much. What do I have to lie about? This is a social media app. I am grown. I don't have to lie about a damn thing. They got me mixed up with some of these other people. Okay. But like I said, they try to attack your integrity because they don't like to hear the truth. And it's always been that way. No matter what sector I was in on YouTube. She also said, I don't stand to fight. And I used to run off, I guess, when there was a fight coming up. I'm thinking, where? Because if these people really were to be sector, then they know that it was a lie. But anyway, I'm like, okay, girl, okay. She just going on and on and on. I'm like, wow. And then she, like I said, she even was reading some stuff off of Lipstick Alley. I don't even go on that website. That I have never went to that website. You know why? Because them people do what they do over there. That don't have nothing to do with me. Okay? I've been watching you since you were doing morning girl, the morning coffee, okay, early morning. That never. Why would I say some dumb shit like that? I had a law degree. I'm thinking, oh, they talking about doing it because I ain't talking about the oil. They ain't talking about the oil. Cash App, do they have you mixed up with the? I guess they got me mixed up with the what's her name, crab legs over there or something. I was like, wow, that's very interesting. But people will lie on you and try to attack your integrity in order to make themselves feel better. And all I got to say to that, honey, just do what you got to do to make you feel better, okay? But I said what the hell I said, and I meant it, and I'm not changing it. And I don't care what you think about the oracle or nothing that she got going on in her real world. You are not supposed to see nothing that I don't want you to see in my life. Okay, see, some people come on here and they overshare. I don't overshare. Okay? Right? And we weren't doing cash out back then. It wasn't even cash out back then in the Gina days, was it? Was it cash out then? Absolutely. And thank you guys for support. You guys support me with a click and a view and a like. Okay? That's what I be begging for. I be begging people to hit the like button. Hey, Mahogany. Yeah, maybe they meant Olivia Pope. I know that's right. Maybe she got confused. I was like, baby, mm-mm. They even brought up Ronnie Q, brought up several people, but Chad brought up Mona Simone. All this and all that. Said I've been in the sector so long, I'm supposed to be further along. Before I knew that there was a beef sector, honey, I was in the old black sector. Then I was in the entertainment sector. Oh, well, then she brought up, try to lie and say that Mona Simone, I was talking on the phone to Mona Simone, right? I guess as it pertains to the beef sector. Not knowing, see, this is how you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to somebody's history, right? Let me tell you guys how I met Mona Simone. I met Mona Simone when I was in the entertainment sector. Let me take this off here. Before I was in the B sector, y'all pay attention, right? Yes, she should be here. Tried to start. Oh, this the last one. Beasley Corbett said, I tried to start a beef between Ronnie Q and YTC, knowing that they've always supported each other. Acting like I am the only one that was talking about YTC in reference to Ronnie Q when she used to run down what was going on in the sector like YTC was, right? She acting like I'm the only one that was talking about that. So ain't this a mess? Child, people be trying it. But the arca is never gonna change. My commentary ain't going nowhere. I said what the hell I said and I meant it. Okay. I don't even know what to tell you. Y'all please hit the like button. But yes, you guys are absolutely appreciated over here. Thank you, Dr. Soapy. But I'm glad Dr. Soapy was over because he is a Dr. Soapy. And he can attest to what the term flying monkey means. It's so basic. And another thing, I'm not gonna be arguing with no basic bitches about no old shit. Okay? I'm not putting that energy out. I didn't appreciate it having to cuss this girl out last week or the week before whenever I had to cuss her out. Okay, because I don't do that no more. Unless I have to. I did not appreciate having to do that. Okay? But that stuff yesterday, it was laughable in my quantity voice. All right? I was like, girl, do better. I feel sorry for you. You over there hollering and screaming and lying. And the girl even talked about the snot in my nose. I was like, baby, you know you done made a helpful man when they talk about snot in your nose. I was like, girl. Well, I know that's not true. I remember when you first came over here, and I believe we wanted you to hook up with Nicole. Me, Nicole Tyler, and Mona Simone came over here together. We came from the entertainment sector. Okay? I have never. Thank you, Lee Brand New. Thank you, I appreciate that. Everybody's welcome, right? I don't even have moderators because I don't even want to deal with that. Okay, I just want to come on here and do my commentary and go on about my business. I don't have time for the extra. But let me tell you. So I met Mona Simone before I knew. Okay, I knew it was something like that. That it was a beef sector. I met Mona Simone in the entertainment sector. How I met Mona Simone in the entertainment sector is because Tasha K, and we were all in the entertainment sector. Tasha K stole an interview from Mona Simone from Facebook. This is before Mona Simone was over here. Tasha K brought Mona Simone over here because Mona Simone was supposed to do an interview with this lady named Star Marie that was spilling all this tea about Cardi B, right? This before I knew it was a beef sector, right? So at that time, a lot of it, well, everybody over there in the entertainment sector was talking about the blow up between Cardi B, what was going on with Cardi B, Star Marie dropping all this tea about her. It was a big thing over there, right? Mona Simone hit the cash out. Yeah, hit that cash. What did she used to say? Dollar sign Mona Simone, something on the cash app or something like that, right? Both of the movies were psychology based. They sure was, Dr. Sophie. You just had to pay attention, like the Matrix. I'm going to talk about it, right? So anyway, that is how I went to Facebook and looked up Mona Simone and contacted Mona Simone because I wanted to do an interview with her and did an interview with her about Tasha K stealing her interview. Not only did Tasha K steal her interview, she told uh the girl, Star Marie, that she couldn't talk to anybody else but her. Okay? She was scamming everybody in the end, right? You remember that as well, okay? She didn't want Star Marie to talk to nobody but her when it came to the Cardi B situation, right? So she tried to put the girl on lockdown. And like I said, I went to Mona Simone's very popular Facebook page at the time and contacted Mona Simone because I wanted to know how Mona felt about Tasha K not only stealing her interview, but telling her that she can't talk to Tasha K, telling Star Marie that she can't talk to nobody else. Okay, that is when you are in the entertainment sector, you have to network with people if you want to do a good job. Some of the most money and the highest paid views, the highest views that I have are from those videos when I was in the entertainment sector. I left the entertainment sector for two reasons. Number one, if you are doing entertainment commentary like Tasha K and all of them, you are literally, it is a 24-hour a day job. Okay. You have to make connections with people. You know, you have to be on multiple websites. You got to have people contacts offline that can give you some tea and the inside scoop. It's a whole job. It ain't as easy as it look. The behind the scenes research is crazy. Okay? I could not keep up with that pace. And when I figured out that, hey, I can't keep doing this, I gotta go. It is a lot of work. Okay? Thank you, Dr. Sophie. No team. I don't have a team. You're right about that. And when it comes to my subscribers, they are all organic. If they weren't organic, they wouldn't still be on here. Okay? They come from the old black sector, the entertainment sector, and the least of my subscribers actually come from over here in the beef sector. But like I said, some of the highest video counts that I have are from the entertainment sector. And if you don't believe me, just go to my main channel community wall, you know, the main channel wall where you see my picture and all of that, and scroll down and you'll see what my favorite videos, and you'll see how high those numbers are. Those numbers, I had like 50 and 60,000, 100,000 on a couple of them views because those are entertainment videos. Hey Miss Creole. So By the time me and Mona Simone and me and Nicole Tyler got over here, of course we in the beef sector and we battling with each other. Okay, so by this time I'm calling me and Mona battled at one time, and I'm calling her out on her lies. She calling me out. You know, people trying to one up each other. Okay, and people know I don't talk to people behind the scenes in the beef sector because she called me a hypocrite. It ain't one person in the beef sector that can say they talk to me behind the scenes or even an email. Okay? I met Lady Nika in the old black sector when I first came on YouTube. Okay? Gave her my phone number in the old black sector because I had just came on YouTube and I didn't know how dangerous that was. Years later, she get with VS because VS wants to dox me, and she did. And the way that she doxed me was Lady Nika gave her my phone number. Okay? And when it comes to Mona Simone playing audio of our conversation, yes, she did play audio of us talking on the phone, but it didn't have nothing to do with beef sector. It had to do with entertainment sector business. It's before I knew it was a beef sector. And that's me asking her for an interview and asking her what she think about Tasha K putting a lockdown on Storm Marie. See, these are the things that people omit. That's why I say I don't got to argue with an old bitch about old spoiled wine. Okay, this shit in the past, but what you did was because you so grimy, you thought you was going to do so, attack my integrity. And you can try it, but I am who I am, and I don't try. I don't care what. I don't give a damn. Okay. But thanks for bringing up the memories. Thank you. I appreciate it. I used to have fun back in the days, okay, when I first came over here in the beef sector. It was cool. Everybody was swinging with everybody. So I don't know, and I don't care. Girl, it is what it is. But anyway, the last thing I want to talk about on that is the girl went and attacked my dang name, the Oracle, because I call myself the Oracle, right? She tried to say, well, she ain't no Oracle. She get a little bit of information here and a little information there, and you do this and you do that, blah, blah, blah. I don't call myself an Oracle because I think I'm psychic or nothing. I done told y'all this 1,000 times. I don't know if anybody ever heard me. Do y'all see that thumbnail? That is the Oracle. She is an Oracle from the movie The Matrix. She the first Oracle from the movie The Matrix, right? When Neo is coming to the Oracle, which is really a not an algorithm, but a AI generated woman, which is supposed to be, all knowing and all seeing and all this and all that, right? I thought she was really a really cool character. When it comes to the Matrix, I love all the Matrix movies except for the last one. The actual Matrix, the book, The Matrix, was written by a black woman, and they took that. Hollywood tried to take that book from her and not pay her, right? And she sued whatever company in Hollywood that did that to her and won millions of dollars because she wrote that book. And they made several movies about that. But anyway, the Oracle is a character in the Matrix. That lady on the thumbnail, that is the first Oracle on the Matrix. I think she is the coolest character on the Matrix. Okay? That is why I call myself the Oracle. She's sitting at that table, baby, with that cigarette in her hand, talking her ish. Y'all see that look on her face? That is amazing. To this day, I watched the movie The Matrix. Y'all need to get into that movie because it's some real shit when it comes to the Matrix, and it's really prophesying to how people could end up in the future. And we're actually seeing signs of that right now. Now, in the Matrix, we know that people are living, that they're actually plugged up to an AI system that feeds them, and they're alive and they're breathing and they're living, but they're actually living a AI version. What do they call it? A virtual, in a virtual reality, and they are in a bed on in a bubble or something. This is going on in their mind. The AI system is feeding them this actual life when they're just actually laying there, not doing anything. They're living in a virtual world. Okay? And for me, that is a warning. I love that movie. I love all of them. All right? Because that's why I'm always talking about you have to be careful when it comes to your core matrix. I know y'all done heard me say that. And your core matrix is your actual reality. That is your actual reality. You got people living a virtual reality world right now. We see that every day in the beef sector. Okay? I agree. I only talk to one person, Kimmy. That's it. She is my friend out here. I heard that, Dr. Sophie. It's on Black Mirror. Well, like I said, I love the Matrix movies. There's another movie by Bruce Willis made. I can't think of the name of it. When the people they were living these virtual reality worlds, you know what I mean, and they were just actually, laying around wasting away because the whole thing was a virtual reality world. Have a good breakfast, Miss Creole. Lord, you heard story. No, I don't know what that means. No shit, sweet too. But yeah, that is where I got my name from. I do not call my name. I do not say that I am the oracle. Because I got some kind of psychic abilities. I don't have no damn crystal ball. The Lord has truly blessed me with a strong sense of discernment as well as common sense. See, that's another thing. A lot of people just grow older when you're supposed to grow older and wiser. Okay? Some people, then we have seen that on with Chris Tucker. No, Chris Tucker. Oh, you mean the Bruce Willis one? No, yeah, Chris Tucker, Bruce Willis did do a movie. I can't think of the name of that one either. But the movie I'm talking, it was Bruce Willis, and I can't think of the other character. But anyway, they were living a virtual. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Sixth Element. It's another one he did, and they were living in a virtual reality world, and he was trying to solve a crime or something like that. But he did do one with Chris Tucker. But that's not the one I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it. Dang, Miss O, I can't because you keep speaking Jill. Oh, thank you, Miss Creole. But yeah, that's like a foretelling of the future to me. I love those movies. Discernment absolutely is key. Discernment, you gotta pray for discernment. That's why I always tell people, and Miss Creole know, if I'm telling you something on here, go do the research for yourself. Don't believe me. I'm just bringing it up to get you to think, to get your mind going. Go do the research for yourself. Research is so easy these days, honey. Hit Google, hit Chat GPT. You ain't even got to go to the library and get 1,000 books. You can get them online. Hell, they'll read the books to you. Just get you some knowledge for yourself. Like I said, when I'm talking politics, all you got to do is turn on the damn news and listen for yourself. Form your own opinion. This is just simply my opinion, okay? You ain't got to attack my integrity. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but my integrity is still going to be my integrity. My opinions are still going to be my opinions. I don't care how you feel about it. Libra says, Dr. Soapy, you good because I don't talk to nobody out here. Me neither. I learned my lesson with that in the black sector. Exactly, Libra. I learned it the hard way. By the time I got to the beef sector, I wasn't talking. Knew not to talk to anybody offline. Yeah, always do your own research. People, I found out they are not who they think they are. Exactly. I wrote papers and my thesis on these. Exactly, Dr. Soapy. If I was still in school, honey, this whole sector is the internet in general is a whole case study, okay? On how easy it is for people to get comfortable living in this virtual reality world. Because in this virtual reality world, you can be anything you want to be. That's why people love fantasy, okay? You are literally putting yourself in your own fantasy world. And in your own fantasy world, honey, you can be a unicorn if you want to, okay? That's just the way it is. But you don't want to lose touch with your what? Your core matrix, your actual reality. Okay? And there's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now that people really need to be paying attention to that they don't want you to pay attention to. Like the loss of all of these jobs to AI, for instance. Okay? Like the president of the United States turning this country into what he called Africa a S-hole country. That is what he's trying to turn this country into. Pay up, focus. Here is a gem for you, Miss O. A professor told me about this. Said, really, really, Doctor Sophie, what did he say? What did your professor say? Child. They said, a professor told you about. That's how you got here in 2016. Oh wow, okay. Some of them need to go outside. Some of them need to go have mental health checks. You know what I mean? So if you have been diagnosed, you need to be on your meds because people take this thing too far. We got people wanting to actually meet up with people. We heard about that Ken Nolan situation, and not only that situation, several people, actually going to people's homes and stuff like that, and workplaces and schools, to do bad things to people because of what happened on the internet. I will never forget the story of Asia McGowan. That really touched my spirit when I heard about what happened to that girl. I don't hope everybody's getting ready. I hope everybody is getting ready to vote. Because they're sure trying to take it away from us. They're trying to take away voting rights and everything they can. They're trying to take away the core principles of the Constitution of the United States. You leaving the country, you leaving the sector or the country in December, Dr. Sophie? Because see, and then my thing is if you let this stuff, if you be on here 24/7 and you don't have a thick skin and you get overly invested in what people are saying about you or whatever else on here, that's why you see a lot of these shenanigans going on. People get overly invested, you know, and it's like a form of mind control or something. If you got people on here 24 hours a day, don't do nothing but look at the beef sector, okay? The internet in general. You spend more time online than you do offline. I refuse to do that. Yes, they're trying to stop us. Yes, they are. Absolutely. But sometimes you need to look up from that phone or that computer and see what's going on in the world around you. Okay? When I was told they are subpoenaing subbies in the chats, not me, but they subpoenaing subbies in the chats. Dr. Sophie, oh wow. That's crazy. About YouTube nonsense. Child. But that's how deep people are that touched in their spirit. They touch to the point to where they lie on you. They try to mess up your integrity. You know what I mean? They tell half truths and whole lies. It's ridiculous. But I want to talk about today. It was a good topic. I appreciate her doing that live yesterday, so I can come and talk about it, so I can spit some truth to y'all. Okay. But like I said, you hitting close to home when they get upset that they got to lie on you. Okay? You touching a nerve. Okay? They need to get off YouTube and go outside to see what's going on in their state and country. I agree with that. Amen. They are contacting Google to get your IP address. That's deep. That's deep, Doctor. That's deep, Dr. Soapy. Goodness gracious alive. Y'all please hit the like button. That's deep and unfortunate. That's right. Shaking my head, child. Shaking my head. It ain't even got to be that deep over words. Okay. That's why I said, what was I supposed to do? come out here and defend myself based on some freaking lies? No, I don't think so. But I will make it a teachable moment. I will absolutely make it a teachable moment. I will do that. And thanks for the memories, by the way. Read. Thank you. But you just show what kind of person you are. Okay? You thought I was gonna come on here and be you. Okay? Start talking about your family members and your person, about how you look. No, honey. I am a grown ass woman. I'm not gonna do that shit. I don't beef no more. Okay? Especially ain't beefing about no old shit. All right? That's why I barely type of some of these chats. I know that's right, Libra. But anyway, I want to talk about that. I sure did. I was like, child, what the hell was I supposed to do? Oh, Lord. Are these people okay? Well, we know that a lot of them are not okay. But it is what it is, child. But it is, I'm going to get off here. But, y'all be safe out there. And what we talked about earlier, if you are going to suffer, from food insecurity, please, there are a lot of resources out here that can help you. You know what I mean? Like I said, the National Second Harvest Food Bank has implemented the executed their emergency plan. And like I said, that those food banks are nationwide. So if you have a second harvest in your community, please go to one of those locations so that you can feed your children if you have to. Okay? I went to school for 100 years. Hot damn, I would not lose everything. I know that's right, Dr. Soapy. I know that's right. Child, but people want to dox you and all of this and all of that. Child. That's why I don't come out here and overshare. It's ridiculous. Let them think what they want to think about you. You want to think this and the other? Okay, I'll be that. Okay, thank you. I'll be that. All right. I'll be anything you want me to be. You don't know me. Okay. Everybody have a good day. I'm about to go donate. Absolutely. And please donate if you can. Donate your time. Donate your, if you have a little extra change, you can go to the store and buy some of these perishable goods and things of that nature for yourself. And not only perishable goods, non-perishable goods as well. If you have a little extra, and donate it to the food bank. We got to help each other. you know. And I don't want to see nobody starving. I don't care who you are. Okay? Black, white, blue, or green. But for the before your nation's president to make light of a situation like food insecurity, to make to wanting to be this hard on people because the Democrats don't want millions of people taken off of Medicare and Medicaid so that they can get the health care that they need, and they are low income and they won't be able to afford insurance any other way. So you just want these people to die? Dr. Soapy said all my cash apps will be donated tomorrow night. That is awesome, Dr. Soapy. But for this country to want to do that and people not react to it, that is beyond me. But there are people that are willing to help, and please donate if you can. And like I said, if you can't donate monetary things or even food or whatever, if you have time, donate your time. Donate your time. Donate your time. I grew up missionary Baptist. And when you grow up missionary Baptist, you have a strong focus to serve. So when I was the reason why I chose the career that I had is because I wanted to serve. Yes, they do, Dr. Soap. You're right about that. And have you seen that stuff on? They are not only snatching up undocumented people off these streets, they are beating up, brutalizing, and snatching up black people off of these streets as well. Yes, they are. Yes, there are plenty of agencies and churches that are available to help. Yes, please. And then when it comes to you starving, a lot of people got a lot of pride. And I understand that. But don't let your family starve, and don't let yourself starve because of your pride. Okay? Because we're in a spiritual warfare. Okay? We are in the midst of a spiritual warfare. That's what's going on. If you really want to, get down to the basics, at the end of the day, what's going on in this world? We are in spiritual warfare. That's what's going on. We are supposed to be unalive, by the way, 60 to 70. Child, let me tell you something. Dr. Soapy, are you talking about the great replacement theory? Child, that idiotic stuff that they got going on? That is one of the reasons why I have my poetry competitions every year. I know that's right, Jill, to give back to the people. It's before the holidays, and I wanted to be able to bless someone. That's awful nice, Jill. And people always say great things about your poetry competitions. Absolutely. Yes, yeah, people are living longer, right? So the great replacement theory is, which is ignorant, the Anglos are losing their mind because they believe by the year, what is it, 2030, 2035, no, 2050, that the Anglos, there will be more, other groups of people, there will be more non-white people in this country, which means they will lose control of the country. And they are losing their mind because of this thing called the great replacement theory. That's why you see this stuff going on right now, okay? Because they want this country to continue to be led by white patriarchal men, okay? The elites in this country and white Christian conservatives. They done lost their minds. They sure have. Yeah, Jill, absolutely. Yeah. But that's what they want to go on. So they working up under this theory, this great replacement theory. I was like, what in the world? But what they really fear, if you think about it, is spiritual. What they really fear is retribution because of all the atrocities that they have been done to people, non-white people in this country since they hit these shores, starting with the indigenous people of this land, the indigenous Indians, starting with them. So really what they fear is retribution, right? And so they try to sow seeds of dissent because they don't want you. It didn't make it so bad. It's more common people in this country than there are the elites. Okay, they killed Dr. Martin Luther King not because when he was fighting for our civil and human rights. Dr. Martin King was assassinated because he started the Poor People's Campaign when he started talking about wealth distribution. Because he was all right talking about our civil and human rights, but he went to the Poor People's Campaign. They had to get rid of him then. Okay? Think about it. They voted for that Antichrist, and now they're going crazy. They thought only the blacks were going to suffer, but now they see that's true. None of the laws were passed for us. None of them, Roe v. Wade, were for college white. Yes, yeah, that's why they took away abortion. Because they feel like them white women is killing too many of their babies. And they feel like that's reducing the Anglo population. So what do? We get rid of Roe versus Wade. We get rid of the woman's choice as to whether she wants to carry a child or not. Okay? College white girls who came home doing something. It's right. Because see, they don't care nothing about us. They really don't care nothing about you. Okay? When it comes to abortion and things of that nature. That's why you have people like Margaret Sanger, okay? If you know anything about Margaret Sanger, then you know what I'm talking about. Google Margaret Sanger and what all she did in the black community, in the black and the brown community, as it pertains to terminating, as it pertains to, abortions and things of that nature. What do they call it? Eugenics, as it pertains to eugenics. Google Margaret Sanger. and her effect on the black community. You know, they care nothing for us, and I wish our people would. I wish more of our people would. I think our people, a lot of us, are really waking up. That's why you don't see us on the front lines marching in these no king rallies, because we realize that hey, they just be using us, and when they use us to get what they want, then they still put their foot back on our neck. So why do we have to have anything to do with it? They so mad because we don't want to have nothing to do with it, to the point to where they making fake AI videos talking about black people is attacking ICE. Black attacking ICE for what? You ain't got nothing to do with this mess. Making fake videos about that, harassing black communities, all of that, harassing melanated rich cities, like Chicago and Memphis, attacking communities that are mostly Democrat led, like Portland, Oregon. At this point, it really is not our fight. It really is not our fight. It absolutely is not our fight. Okay? Embarrassment avoided. I heard about that, Dr. Soapy. I know that's right. It is not. We didn't create that monster. And it's not up for us to fix it. Okay? But they're mad at us because we're not on the front lines. We ain't supposed to be. We're not supposed to be. No, we're not. These white women stop having children. Yeah, I mean, and then you know what, Dr. Soapy, it's their right. If they don't want to have it, they ain't got to have it. How dare somebody try to tell you what to do with your body? How dare you? They don't do nothing but take this stuff underground. So one monkey ain't stopping no show. Okay? And Walter Plecker, and the 1924 Racial Integrity Act. I was fighting when I placed my vote. And there you go. Fight by placing your vote. They tell they got black people telling black people not to vote. If your vote don't count, why they so worried about it? If it don't count, why they worried about it? And then we are not holding the people that the Democratic people that we elected, we are not holding them accountable because they are not fighting because of all this corporate money and stuff they got going on. And they're involved in, a lot of them are no better than the Republicans because they won't fight for their people. Some of them will, they trying. That's right, Roe versus Wade. Kamala should have won just for that. Some people are speculating that the election was when it came to the voting was a little shady anyway. So but yeah, and they're so ignorant, telling people not so ignorant. You got your own people telling you not to vote when your elders fought so hard for you to have the right to vote. You telling your own people not to vote as a melanated person, when your own people had to fight so hard for you to have the right to vote. Make it make sense. And y'all also, while I'm at it, pray for Jamaica. There's been catastrophic damage in Jamaica. Y'all please pray for Jamaica. Please pray for the melanated people and everybody over there in Jamaica. They're covered in mud. They've lost everything. It's just so bad. If you've seen them on the news, it's just so bad. So bad. It's horrible. People are even stuck over there that were vacationing over there and they couldn't get out in time. They're still stuck there. And they're trying to go home. It's just so bad. The aftermath from Hurricane Melissa, it's just so bad. He absolutely wants infighting, because if he can start a quote unquote civil war, then he can say he is a wartime president. Okay, and if you are a wartime president, you do not have to. They will not. You won't be have to go through the election process because you're a wartime president. Okay, he wants to deploy martial law in this country. See, that's why they're messing with black people, because they want black people to react, but black people to stand in their own damn lane because they're supposed to. Okay. Oh, and by the way, you even got some restaurants offering free meals to people. So in some areas, so y'all check that out. There are a lot of resources out here. You know, I just really bothers my soul to think that people are going, especially children, are going to be out here starving. That this bothers me. Do something to me. I can't. It's a lot. That's why I say we are in a spiritual warfare. Okay, but you know the Lord promises us joy and peace, right? He promised us joy and peace. He didn't promise us that we was always gonna have an easy time. Okay, because he let you know that you fighting demons and principalities. But if you depend on him, you'll be all right. You know, but that's really bothering me. He gonna be in the history books for being the worst president ever. And then I'm scared because once this country has gone down so far, it ain't no coming back from it. This is only his first year in office. He got 3 more years to go. And then he talking about something he running in 2028. You can't legally run in 2028 because you can't run from for a third term as a president. You can't run for a third term via the Constitution. He doesn't care because he will not live through exactly. And he don't care anyway, Dr. Soapy, as long as he comfortable. Right, Dr. Soapy. Meanwhile, he wants to take black history away from the schools, take it out of the museums. Like, okay, for what reason? How do you have so much time to worry about everything except for you supposed to be worried about for what you want? Charity starts at home. You worried about these geopolitics and stuff because you want a Nobel Peace Prize, but your own country is going through hell. You made us look stupid on the world stage time and time again. But you ain't worried about the right thing. You ain't worried about it because you don't care about the American people. You worried about building a $300 million ballroom in the White House, tearing down a historical house. You know, what did he do to MLK Day, Dr. Soapy? I don't know. Did he get rid of it? Because if he didn't, I know he's sure trying to. Just so much chaos. It is a sad state of affairs. I agree with that. You know, but like I said, it's cool for escapism. It's cool to get on here and escape the realities of life, for a little while. But don't make this a eternal escape. Don't escape 24 hours a day. Get off the internet and see what's going on in the real world. Because we got real world, very serious situations going on right now. And like I said, if you don't believe what I'm saying, get offline and do your own research. Doing your own research as it pertains to the politics of this country is not even that hard, honey. Turn on the news. Okay? Look at some of these political videos on YouTube. Do the research for yourself to see what's going on in this world. Uh-oh. Management said, I don't even know. Telling is a Anglo man. Look how thin. Lord have mercy. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Okay. It does says a lot about the U.S. You're right about that. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely, because people be worried about the wrong thing. Okay. But before these Anglos let anybody else have this country, they'll burn it to the ground. Okay, that's what you're seeing right now. And I said this long time ago, and I'm still saying it right to this day. Before they think, yes, he led the insurrection, he should have been arrested for that. See, that's where they went wrong, Dr. Soapy. When he incited the insurrection on January 6th, he should have been arrested. And he had the nerve to say that that what is his name? Oh Lord Jesus. Joe Biden had 200 some agents, in the crowd and all of this and all of that. I'm like, what? Are you okay? He had deployed 200 and some agents, or bad actors, when it came to the insurrection. But did he so stupid he don't realize that, hold up, you were still the sitting president during the insurrection. So how did Biden order anything when he was not even sworn into office yet? And people believe that shit. How did he run again? I don't know, Doctor. Racism, ignorance. He ran again, but how did he win? Okay, after how he treated the American people during the pandemic. Absolutely, how did he win again? You would have think they got enough that they got enough of him then the first time, but evidently not. Y'all please hit the like button. I'm going to get out of here. Say they tried to scare him that's true. See what they did? They thought the Republican Party, they thought they could manage somebody like him because they know he's stupid, but they thought wrong. Because he is plumb crazy, out of his damn mind, okay? Can't nobody handle him. It's ridiculous. You can't manage him. I'm still here about to do my last store run. I don't something what's up, but I'm ready. Thank you, Keisha, but I'm going to get off here, y'all. I've been on here over an hour. You guys, thanks for listening to me. Like I said, any you about to go, so run. I don't know what's up, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. But thank you, Keisha. But like I said, John, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope I had said something today that helped you in some kind of way. You know what I mean? And like I said, you don't have to believe my opinions on anything, especially as it pertains to the very real situations going on in this country. Do your research. Form your own opinion. Do some looking around. Get off of this nonsense, this beef sector, back and forth, and all of this nonsense, and see what's going on in the real world. You see what I'm saying? So they even tried to attack my opinions as it pertains to the real world. Go form your own opinion. Your own opinion. Go do your own research. Form your own opinion. Figure out what you're going to do for yourself. It ain't that deep. It ain't that hard to do. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all be safe. If you know somebody that need help, please try to help them or point them in the right direction as to where they could get some help. You know what I mean? I hate the thought of people going hungry in this country. It's no need for it. I hate that. I especially hate it for the children. That breaks my soul. It breaks my heart. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Like I cannot. Mm-mm. It's just so sad. And I tell you, folks really be worried about the wrong thing, And that's sad too. But it is, it's reality. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's gonna get worse before it get better. Okay? But melanated people, like I said, we know how to survive. Okay? We know how to make something out of nothing. We know how to survive. So yeah. And it's in your DNA. So you might be sitting there right now saying, Lord, what am I gonna do? The first thing you're gonna do is fall down on your knees and pray and ask for wisdom and understanding and ask him to show you some grace and mercy. Ask him to show you the way. That's what you're gonna do. Give it to him. because we are absolutely in a spiritual warfare right now. Because what does that verse say? My fight is not against flesh and blood, but against what? Demons and principalities. We are dealing with demons and principalities. I like to come on here and kiki, but I also like to come on here and drop some gems. And I hope some people picked them up. Even if one person picked up, something that I said and it can make their life better, that's all I need. And thank you guys also for listening to me. And thank you for at least considering something that I said or what it is that I said. And thank you for, and I hope it sparked people to do their own research. You ain't gotta listen to me. It's all over everywhere. The state of our union right now. Go do your own research, form your own opinion, form your own plan, do what you gotta do. Activate your melanin. Okay? Because I'm worried about us first. Okay? But anyway, on that note, I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you. Thank you for joining me. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.